Supposedly, it shows a screenshot of President Trump's in sky discussing Ukraine. According to the piece, the conflict would have ended in just 14 days. In 3 days, I heard that from Putin, and the image would in reality be a frame from The Simpsons. It seems we are following a script, one written by The Simpsons decades ago. Year after year, the series' most surreal plots come to life, leading fans to wonder. Is it mere coincidence? Or did Springfield's writers anticipate something we don't know? And if 2025 is their next great prophecy, the outcome could be more disturbing than you imagine. Number 15, Advanced Holography. What today is real seemed like science fiction in 2000. In The Simpsons' first season, Episode 4, Bart to the Future, aired March 19, Bart receives a disturbing hologram of Nelson. Decades later, companies like Glass at CES 2024 left audiences speechless with three-dimensional images on portable screens without additional accessories. In December 2023, the band Kiss broke new ground with holographic performances. As we move into the second quarter of 2025, The Simpsons' vision of 3D projections takes on sinister shades. Imagine home invasions by malicious holograms or social networks following you at life-size. The impact on communication, education, and entertainment promises to be revolutionary, whether for better or for worse. Number 14. The era of artificial intelligence at work. Imagine arriving at the office to find a machine in your place, producing results in a fraction of the time and without asking for a salary. That bleak scenario was satirized by The Simpsons over a decade ago when they showed humans replaced by robots. Now, in 2025, those predictions are materializing. The automation at Springfield's nuclear plant mirrors millions of layoffs driven by tools like ChatGPT. Bloomberg confirms tens of thousands of tech sector job cuts. And the World Economic Forum estimates some 85 million positions will disappear by the end of 2025. What was once corporate humor becomes a warning. Cashierless stores, virtual assistants, and automated content platforms are now routine, leaving legions of workers behind. Number 13, The Rise of Electric Cars. In 1995's episode Radioactive Man, The Simpsons introduced a silent efficient vehicle that amazed Springfield. At that time, electric cars were pure fantasy. Lead-acid batteries barely managed 50 miles of range. A year later, GM launched the EV1. But it was Tesla, more than a decade later, that truly ignited the market. Today, in 2025, Tesla has sold around 1.8 million units worldwide. This transition threatens traditional garages and gas stations, especially in small towns. In Springfield, Caro Hall gas station would see its revenue evaporate since electric cars require minimal maintenance. Number 12, Massive Blackouts. Imagine the world suddenly plunged into darkness with no connection and no way to charge your phone. A complete silence that paralyzes society. In Season 10's episode Doin' in the Wind, Springfield experienced that nightmare. In 2021, the Texas blackout plunged millions into cold darkness, exposing the fragility of power grids. Experts warned that in 2025, the risk of total collapse remains real. Cyber attacks on plants have increased 300% since 2020, and the surge of electric vehicles is overloading outdated lines. Without urgent upgrades, a global blackout could be just around the corner. Number 11, Virtual Reality Addiction. Walking down the street with your gaze fixed inside a VR headset, oblivious to the real world, the dystopia was foretold in Friends and Family. Season 28, when Mr. Burns virtually cloned the Simpson family. Today, it's tangible. Apple's Vision Pro sold 200,000 units in months, and studies show users spend an average of 4 hours a day immersed in virtual worlds. VR spans entertainment and work, blurring the boundary between real and simulated. By December 2025, an estimated 30% of global web traffic will occur in virtual environments. Number 10, Trump's return to power. In March 2000's Bart to the Future, Lisa Simpson inherits the presidency after Donald Trump and faces a nation in crisis. Decades later, in November 2024, Trump reclaimed the White House. What once seemed a joke is reality. Tariffs strain markets, national debt soars, and international trust plunges, a chilling mirror of the animated fiction. Number 9. Uncontrolled air traffic. In Season 6's future drama, Springfield took to the skies in jet cars. By 2005, nothing happened. But in 2024, flying taxis and piloted drones emerged. Hyundai plans to launch electric air taxis in 2025, and Samsung Sky is already testing personal aircraft without regulation. The sky could become a chaos of collisions and crashes. A true nightmare that The Simpsons predicted. Number 8. Lab-grown meat. In Treehouse of Horror Night N, Season 20, Homer cultivated synthetic meat in a nuclear cauldron. Today, Upside Foods and Eat just produce lab-grown meat commercially with approvals in Singapore and the US. Since the first experimental burger in 2013, the technology has advanced to offer bioreactor steaks in supermarkets. But mass adoption could destabilize traditional agriculture, raise food prices, and create unforeseen products. A warning The Simpsons delivered through satire. Number 7. Celebrity scandals and the Great Gatsby Season 30. Celebrities in white hide dark secrets. In 2024, Sean Diddy Combs' arrest shook Hollywood, exposing abuse of power and money laundering. Entertainment insiders speak of leaked files and hidden evidence that could topple A-list stars. Springfield's fiction once again reflects reality. 2025 may trigger an avalanche of scandals eroding carefully built reputations. Number 6. Audio manipulation in Burns' Baby Burns Season 8. A jingle controls Homer's mind, making him hum non-stop. Research shows specific frequencies can alter brainwaves. And in 2019, DARPA funded audio modulation to influence behavior. AI-generated playlists on Spotify already shape users' emotions. With multi-million-dollar budgets, governments and corporations explore sound to induce trust, obedience, or consumption. A script that in 1996 seemed a joke, but today is tangible. Number 5. Financial crisis. In Politically Inept with Homer Simpson, 2012, the EU auctions Greece on eBay. Currently, global inflation tops 6% and US debt hits $36 trillion. In the show, banks collapse, retirees protest, and homes are seized. Analysts predict a perfect storm in 2025, defaults, currency turmoil, and market crashes that will eclipse the 2008 crisis. Springfield's storyline points to a future where speculation dictates nations' fates. Number 4. Media concentration. In 1998, it was joked that Fox was Disney-owned. In 2019, Disney acquired Fox for over $70 billion. Today, Amazon controls MGM, Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard, and Warner Bros. Discovery dominates streaming. Projections indicate that soon just 3 companies will handle 90% of global content, reducing diversity and threatening independent creators. Springfield foresaw it. And we're living the consequences of media giant mergers. Number 3. Ubiquitous smartwatches. In Bart's Wedding, 1995, Lisa wears a wrist device that monitors health and messages. Today, Apple Watch and Fitbit sell tens of millions annually, collecting heart rate, sleep, and location data. Insurers adjust premiums. Employers track stress, and hackers target this information. The Simpsons satire warns that convenience can become mandatory surveillance. Number 2. Accidental time travel. In The Great Detective Homer, Homer turns his toaster into a time machine and disrupts all chronology. At CERN, quantum experiments suggest retroactive effects on particles. Though still theoretical, scientists fear irreversible distortions. If an uncontrolled quantum jump occurs in 2025, we could be trapped in a chaotic loop with no reset button. Number 1. Global food crisis in subterfuge. Homer botches food preparation, triggering an intestinal emergency in Springfield. In 2024, an E. coli outbreak in U.S. fast food chains sickened hundreds and caused a death. Supply chain failures showed that speed and volume sacrifice safety. By the end of 2025, a new outbreak could empty supermarket shelves, collapse distribution networks, and undermine trust in regulators. Stopping the chaos will demand reinventing global food safety protocols. Click the on-screen cards to keep exploring. Don't forget to like and subscribe.